Good day to all of you, and welcome to this open day session on this program, Masters of International Business. I'm Ravi. I'm Ravi. I'm the director for this Masters of International Business. After the end of this session, please feel free to put up your questions. Okay. So now, when you say masters and international business, the first question which comes in is why? Why MIB? So here, when you say MIB, we're talking about interconnectedness. Okay, through finance, through marketing, operations, economic strategy, because we are talking about a very broad prospect of the units. Okay, so here we're talking about not only about a particular country, we're talking about across national borders. Okay, we're talking about international perspectives. We're talking about international clientele. Okay, so what in summary I'm talking about, we're talking about global marketplace in terms of marketing, in terms of finance and all that. So furthermore, in terms of international business and how the impact of fintech. You see, fintech, financial technology, is something which is really in advance now. The way the businesses are operated, the way the banks are operating, you can see it's just sort to blockchain, the emergence of Bitcoin, right? So all this cryptocurrency, all these things which is just coming up, right? These technologies, we have to adapt, we have to change, because it is just swapping us through, okay, just swinging us through, right? So I give an example here. You see, those days, how technology used to be, right? How it's being operated. We talk about huge machines, right? Huge computers, right? We need a very big space, huge space, in fact, a warehouse or what to store those units. Huh? So now you can see, as of 2008, this is how usually banks, trading floors is how they operate. This is at 2008, right? Now, just say compare TBD later. Now, what happens? You can see things are changing. So the way businesses are operating is all changing. And you can see even banks, right? Those days we have branches, even you can have branches all over the states and all that. But now it doesn't happen anymore. All the banks, in fact, they are merging. Why? Because now we are going through online transactions, right? We're going through online. So which is financial technology. You can see things are moving. Things are all generally being computerized. They are being there's more robotics being brought in. Okay. So one part was financial technology. The other part, the impact of artificial intelligence. Right. This is also another trend. So you can see worldwide spending on artificial intelligence system is forecast to reach 35.8 billion in 2019. In fact, this is an increase of 44%. This is really an exponential increase, right? In terms of the spending on artificial intelligence. So let's take it from the top CEOs, those who, the CEOs of setting the trend. So Google CEO Sundar Pichai says AI is more important than fire or electricity. See, this thing is actually is very important, because when you say important than fire or electricity, he's saying AI is actually fundamentally very important. That's what he's trying to say, right? So in terms of Alibaba, what does he say? He said AI and robots are going to kill a lot of jobs, right? Because in the future, it will be done by machines. So this is something we have to accept, right? So now things are moving, right? You can see robotics are moving, AI is coming in, analytical skills, right? A lot of things is moving, is changing, right? So on and above this COVID-19, right? This has, in fact, there's a total, unprecedented thing has happened, right? You can see everything is changing. No more, there's social distances in terms of businesses is changing, right? Even banks is changing. See, most of the things has changed and will change. And I understand from the sources, this would take just say approximately just say between 3 to 5 years to sort of tame down. Okay, so this is something we also have to take into consideration. Even our classes, it's all online, right? At least if not for Sem 1, even for the coming semester 2, it'll be all online classes due to this impact of COVID-19, because this has impacted, in fact, the whole world. So let's talk about career prospects. Okay, so in terms of career prospects, uh, before we go to the actual career, in terms of comparing skills demand, just say this statistics survey was done in 2018 by the World Economic Forum. So you can see 2018, they took 2018 and what is the trending for 2022. So we are now in 2020. So by right, we should be going in this direction. So what are we talking about? We're talking about there should be more active learning and learning strategy. Okay, there should be more technological design and programming. No more, we cannot say technology installation and maintenance is declining. Okay, there's more complex problem solving, right? There's more leadership and social influence. There's not much, you can see the declining, is that management of personnel is dropping, right? System analysis and evaluation. No more technological use, monitoring, control is declining. So you can see now the trend. Okay, the trend is more creativity, originality, and initiative, right? It's more critical thinking. So this is the trend, the kind of jobs they say they are looking for. It should be able to accommodate all this. Okay, so now moving forward. So in terms of career pathway, you can see we have broken it up into, let's say, public practice, public sector, commerce industry, and academic. Okay, so you see, in terms of career pathway, so it all depends. It goes back to just say the degree we have. Just say if I have a marketing, if I have a degree in marketing, then obviously I'll go for just say international marketing director. I can go for business development director. So our basic degree sort of help us to a certain extent. You say I have a degree in law, okay, then I can go for just say international foreign policy advisor, right? Like that. So our degree sort of helps us. That means MIB, Masters in Engineering Business. This masters is something which gives us an impetus, right? Which pushes forward to a more senior level positions. So on and above that, of course, entrepreneurship is another thing because we're talking about international business. I give you two examples here. There were a case where this particular student, she has done her law. So I said, hey, you've done your law. So what's your reason for doing MIB? She said, no, so once I finish my law, I intend to open up my own law practice. Okay. In fact, there's another student, this student is from Sri Lanka, saying that my father does this government business and all that. Okay, government business. So she was saying, I intend to do this because once I finish this, then I can take over my father's business and take it to a higher level. Okay, so all depends. You see, our objective. That is, once if I'm doing MIB, if I'm doing masters, what's my objective? So here when you say objective, you're talking about once I've done my degree, where do I want to see myself? So with this masters, it should sort of take you to a higher level. That means you must be able to run your own business, or with a couple of years of experience, you can see yourself in a senior level position. So let's talk about the structure of the program now. So here, 1.5 years. Okay, so complete program will take 1.5 years. Let's say if we were to come from the business background. So when you say business major or business background, we're talking about accounting, finance, marketing, management, economics, talking about and econometric, right? So those, just say if we are from any one of these backgrounds, then we are considered as business major. We should be able to complete it in 1.5 years, part-time, full-time, and if it's part-time, double 3 years. Now, what if I have no back, just say if I'm not business major, just say if I've taken, just say, engineering background, okay, biomedical and all that. So if I'm non-business, then I'll take additional half semester. Okay, that means instead of 1.5 years, I'll take 2 years. if I'm doing it full time, and 4 years if I were to do it part time. Okay, so this is the structure of the program. So here in terms of core units, you can see all these the core units, and the ones highlighted in blue are the units where it's important because we're talking about ethics and global corporate governance, data analytics and business, where it's a trend. Okay, it's a trend where now the demand for these units is there. Okay, in fact, for businesses and all that, this is after our 5-year review and all that. We were recommended, in fact, we were suggested to take on these new units. Okay? So likewise, for on-campus electives, you have innovation, entrepreneurship, right? Current issues in international finance, global supply chain, ASEAN business system. So you can see all these electives has been incorporated to meet the current demands of the job market. Okay. So these 4 units are actually for non-business. That means if I'm from the non-business major, then I have to take on these 4 units, additional 4 units. Okay, but there's no extra fee charge for these additional 4 units. So this is on and above. Let's say we have taken MIB, we are taking our master's coursework. We have an option. Just say in my case, just say example, I intend to do my PhD. Let's say if I were to intend, okay, my objective is once I finish this, I have plans to do my PhD. Then it's good to take this as an option because we have all in 12 units, right? 12 units. So what it is, we don't 8 core, right? So the 4 electives, we take out the 4 electives, we replace it with these research units. That means first year, we take 3 core, and then we take this unit, introductory management research methods. The second year, we take again 3 core, followed by research report. Okay, and then the third year, we do 2 core, right? Earlier 3, 6. The last third time, we do 2 core, and then we take this research report. Okay, so once we have completed this, and the catch here is we have to get a minimum of 70%. Okay, across the board, we must get 70%, and then we are eligible to proceed to do our to do our PhD. Okay, so this is one option we have. Another option is experimental learning. So this is usually done during the summer. This is students who need to go for this study tour, right? So this study tour, usually we have a cap, just say we have a maximum of, let's say 40 students, okay, a max of 40 students, but usually so far they get like 25 students or to close to 30 students, right? So here with 2 lecturers, okay, so the group, you can see the countries here, they've gone to Hong Kong, China in 2013, 2014, and recently they go to Czech Republic and Poland. Right? So this group, they'll go for 2 weeks to this particular country, and then you'll be exposed to all these international companies. Okay, there you need to do your presentation. You need to deal with the CEOs, all that, talk with them, chat with them, all that. And then when you come back, the students, they need to come out with a report. So this is another elective. Okay, when it is done, it's done during the summer. So moving on, applied business project is another elective where this one also done during the summer, but these students have to at least complete 2 semesters. It means once you have completed 2 semesters, then they can proceed to do this. Here, the student will be linked to an industry or a company of their choice, right? And then end of the day, once you have completed the 2 months business project, and then you need to come up with a report. So this report will be evaluated both by the lecturer concerned, right, and also by the employer. So both parties will come up, and then you come up with a full report. Okay. We also have this thing, Monash Study Exchange Program. This is a maximum of 1 semester, full time, right? So here you can do an exchange to Monash. Fees will be based on Malaysian campus rate. For this, we encourage you to do towards the end of the semester, because once you finish your core, you can take your electives. Remember, Australia, they have a broad, many electives. Okay, they have many electives where you can go and pick and choose the electives for the last sem, right? The last semester in Australia. So this is exchange program. We also have this transfer program. This is students after the first sem or after the second sem, they want to transfer to another university, okay, according to the campus location, right? So this is another option we have. So in terms of intakes, we have 2 intakes in a year, February and July, right? And then we have the fee structure for, just say, for Malaysian students, for international students, and bursary of 10% on the tuition fees. So any Monash alumni, then the student concerned will be able to get this bursary of 10%. Entry requirement, degree with a minimum of 60% weighted average, and then IELTS minimum band of 6.5, with no band less than 6. Okay, this is for the English IELTS requirement. Before I end this session, I'd like to, this particular quote came to my mind. This is something which is very relevant now, especially during this very challenging moment, right? COVID-19. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So what this particular quote is trying to tell us is, hang on to it, and then there are opportunities, right? Even though there are a lot of challenges, there are still opportunities. Okay, we shouldn't lose sight of the opportunities, and we have to just keep on moving forward. Okay, so with this, these are my colleagues here, right? Miss Jade, Miss Chandra. So you can please feel free to contact them in the event you have any queries or whatnot. You can also contact me. And as of for today's session, please visit the MIB booth virtual fair. Okay, if you have any questions or whatnot, you need further clarification or whatnot, right? After this session, you can visit this MIB booth virtual fair. Okay, so with this, I'm ending my session here. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your attentiveness. Please feel free to contact us in the event you need any further clarification. Okay, so until then, see you